In today's video, I want to share with you a case study of my client, Lanessa Lozano. With just 30 posts with us inside of Onyx, we were able to generate her over 3.4 million views. That is fucking insane. Before, all she ever posted were these personal posts about her life. Not only has she scaled her business and add additional income, but she's also built a powerful personal brand that's allowing her voice to be heard and bring her endless opportunities. And that's exactly what she came to us for. And so without further ado, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let Lanessa take over the show and tell all of you guys about how much Onyx has impacted her life. Without further ado, Lanessa, take over the show.
All right. What's going on, Lanessa?
Living the dream, honestly. Now I am. So.
Oh, you're living the dream. Why is that?
Because I feel like I have a lot more like mental clarity and the bandwidth to just like express creativity, and it finally feels like I'm aligned with what I wanted to do. So now we're living the dream. We're doing good now.
The right answer was you just hired me.
And you know what? I hired you.
All right. So you came to me with 4,000 followers, living in sunny San Diego, and then now you're fucking famous.
Oh.
You're fucking famous. You're 20,000 followers, and the business wasn't as hot as it is now, making around $1,000, $2,000 a month. But now you're making like 8 to 10 grand a month without any fucking ads. Ads fucking suck. Anyway, can you explain like kind of like the epiphanies? Because your story is very unique in the sense that like you technically took a back seat because you were like, fuck, this is not even what I even wanted to do. So can you kind of like explain that process and that journey of how we got you from 1 to 2K per month to 8 to 10K, but also having like a holy shit moment?
Yeah, so as I started to see that I was getting a lot of traction on my page, it was probably around like this, when I was grazing almost to 10K, I started realizing I honestly had a crash. Like, I wouldn't say like a crash and burn, but I was like grazing that point. And I told you, I was like, I am having identity problems. I don't even know if this is the niche I want to work with. I don't even know if this is the business I want to like run. I felt really disconnected with my brand. And I think in the part of me having that like conversation with Yush, I became really introspective out of like what I wanted out of the business. And the metrics honestly weren't the money. Like, quite honestly, I'm not trying to be like big balling with this business. I just wanted it to serve what I can serve, and I wanted to serve the right people. And so when I got crystal clear with my meetings with you about that and with Madison, then honestly, it clicked on camera and it clicked with the ideas, right? And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't have that like complete identity shift. Because I was like, yo, Yush, I don't even know if like online coaching is for me. And like, he was like, okay, well, like, what do you want out of this? How do you want to feel out of this? So once that happened, my content shifted, my topic shifted, and I was actually able to show up different. And I think a lot of people can feel that. So it actually attracted a lot more of, I would say, like my soul clients. And then it reignited my just like passion for coaching. So because I had that clarity, that mental bandwidth with this, it honestly translated into making more money. So yeah, the brain fog went, the mental block shifted, and yeah.
Can you elaborate kind of like on that specifically, where you had this like brain identity shift, right? Specifically speaking, most people think I'm supposed to make them $1 million a month without ads, which is kind of low-key impossible. But
that's on us.
With that being said, a lot of people believe like that's the success metric in any business coaching. I'm not a business coach, but that's what everyone thinks that the end goal is, to increase the revenue, which is true. We all want to make more money, but in your case, you kind of came to me for like more than that.
Yeah, I wanted to do something that meant the most to me, and I wanted visibility to do that. And I wanted a platform to do that. And so if that meant that I was going to take my business from 1 to 8K from being able to do that, then cool. It's kind of crazy because I wasn't shooting for like honestly 80K months. I was going to be solid if I made 10K. But in doing this, I think it grew me on a really personal level, which increased clarity, which allows me to not have to worry about growing this part of, you know, my entrepreneurship, and I can pour into different areas because I know that my authority online is solid. Yeah.
What do you feel like, since technically you just wanted more of that authority, right? Which can translate into other areas, which is the great thing about building a personal brand. How do you feel like this is going to help you in other businesses and other things in general you want to pursue now?
Oh, it gave me the confidence. Like, you can quite literally just do shit. You can do shit. You could say shit. You can like be, this is my brand. And then you can quite literally pivot your message. But I think through this entire process, it's gave me the confidence as an entrepreneur to just like be a really front facing. And I think that it's allowed me to be scalable. You know what I mean? We could absolutely pour into, you know, my next business venture, because even though you know, it was done for me, like the entire process, I learned so much about that side and my side. So great.
What do you feel like were like I mean, you kind of like touched on briefly, but like, what do you like feel like are like the top 3 things that like I did for you that you were like, holy fuck, this was worth the fucking money?
Oh, personal branding. Ooh. The process of like first getting the eyes, then making them a lead, then to the sale. So the entire sales process. And then 3, just I did not know how to set up my camera. I was doing the craziest angles. He was like, yo, scoot back, like do all this. Lanessa, you just need to be yourself, but a more like caricature of yourself. And so I feel like he just like refined the things that were already there. I had the vision and he just made it like crystal clear. So maybe that's more than 3, but I mean, kind of hard.
Keep going.
You're like, please.
Yeah, keep going. The whole point of this is to get people to give me more of their credit cards.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, one thing that I know about you is that like we popped you off pretty much within like the first like 2 posts.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
I think it just gave me the confidence. I said like in my mind, I said, oh yeah, I know what the hell I'm talking about. I got to lean into this shit. I mean, the views showed, but the leads came in, and that's like what I wanted. So hope I answered that question.
No, you did. But like, I guess the next question to piggy off of that is like, so like, what do you feel like was wrong with what you were doing before? Like, why weren't you able to do that without me?
There was no framework. I was just looking at what is popping off, but he's like, that's not supposed to be your focus. And I think he really compartmentalized my focus, or you compartmentalized my focus to stay the course on like what this vehicle was actually for.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And then like with all those people coming in, like you mentioned a few times, like clients were just like wanting to re-sign. So what did you even notice like with your own inside clients like that were watching your content? Did it change?
Yeah, they're like, so I watched your recent video and I realized that this, and so they were like really like going deeper into what I was teaching inside of the program. And they would like refer back to that. And even in my sales process with the leads, they'd be like, I watched your video. And I mean, that kind of did the sale. And by the time I got to the sales call, it was just like, us just shooting the shit and being like, okay, like, what up? Let's work together. So I think that really just did the sales for me. And it also kept them bought into the program too, because they felt connected with it. And they're like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what did making better content and building a brand teach you?
Oh, that's pretty heavy. That you are the brand, and that like you need to lean into you, because everyone's saying the same thing. It's the difference is what are you saying and how are you saying it, and people can feel how you are through your content, and how working with you is going to be through your content. And I think that it just taught me like I need to lean more into like what I already am. So yeah.
When you when you were going through, because I remember it was funny the way you came and texted me. It was like out of the blue. I was like, oh, she wants to work with me? Oh, that was fun. What can you kind of explain? Like, I don't even think I know. The first, what made you just out of nowhere be like, yo, I'm about to drop some fucking bands on you? Like,
now when I was like, if not now, then when? And Yush has he has the social proof and he has the like proof. So like, why not? Why not do it? He knows what the fuck he's doing. So
yeah, but like, I just want to know, like, why did you wake up that one day and were like, I'm gonna pay this man a fuck ton of money? Because I think you just like, I think it was in the middle of the afternoon. I just randomly got a text from you, and I was like, I'm gonna see if I can close it right now. And that's exactly what happened to my brain. But what happened in your brain that day?
I saw a couple of testimonials. I don't remember, and I'm not going to name drop because I don't remember. I was like, what the fuck? I could do that too. And I was like, you choose me. And I'm like, yeah. So was I like, oh, I'm going to be a case study one day?
Well, look at you are. You are now.
So a little bit of ego, a little bit of what the heck? I can do that too.
Right.
So,
And then like, and you don't have to lie. You can tell people this fucking sucked if it felt that way. What, like, as soon as you gave me the card and you were probably like, fuck, my heart attack.
Yeah.
When did you feel like that sense of relief of like, whoa, this paid off?
When I didn't have to worry about leaks. Yeah. It took some time. Honestly, I had to stay the course, had to have like a little bit of death with my identity a couple of times, which is needed. I feel like you need that in business regardless to have a better business. But it was when the lead flow was going and I was able to actually like put people into my account so I could alleviate some stuff, not to worry about that I was like, all right, if I didn't work with you, then I wouldn't have been able to do that.
So to wrap this up, what would you say are like, to someone watching this video, would be like the 5 things that they should just like shut the fuck up and just give me their card? From your perspective, that would be holding them back.
All right, say that again. Say that again. Okay.
So what are the 5 things that if someone was like, damn, that dude, he's brown, but he's handsome, especially with that hair transplant.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what about him? Should I just, you know what? I just need to give the card. What are 5 things of like why you were like, holy shit, this was what I needed to build my brand?
Okay. He'll meet you where you are, but he'll push you to where you can be. Ooh, that was good. 2, if you are trying to copy everyone else without a strategy and trying to make shit work, like give your card. He'll figure it out for you and tell you exactly what you need to happen. 3, I mean, if you want like visibility, if you want like the social proof and you want to build your authority and do it the right way, like suck it up, invest in him. 4, you'll probably make a lot more money, like a lot more money because your followers will probably grow. And then it'll give you more opportunity and it'll be less stressful. And then 5, honestly, like you can think hard, and you can work hard. Okay, you can work hard or you can work smart, but giving your card like to the program, you can work hard in other areas. So this is just like the smartest choice to make.
That was a good ending. It is the smartest choice that they can make.